guys, how are we doing today? My name is Carl, and I have been sitting on some things for a couple of years, doing some research and studying, and I've been anywhere from A to Z through the alphabet trying to figure out what I have. Well, as of the last 4 or 5 months, things are starting to really come together as far as I have a lot of artworks, a lot of sculptures, and I want to focus this video on old documents and books, and especially a gentleman named William Shakespeare. And I don't know if these are genuine or authentic, but I'm pretty sure they may very well be. And I thought I had like a copy of the Declaration or something. I'm not really sure what this is, but it has a indented pyramid and a wax seal, red seal, and it says James Spanky. Well, I noticed over here this thing has been written on. It has like 3 different address marks and dates of like writing critique. Like there's a 1825 mark, there's a 1827 mark, and there's a 1476. Check this out. 1476. And you say, who would have wrote something in 1476? Good question, because I wasn't really sure even at the time. And by looking at this document, it's on parchment, and I've folded it out, and this thing's got holes in it. Not anything that I did. This stuff's very brittle. I mean, you can see. But what I noticed, there's like some kind of a Playfair cipher, or some kind of a cipher that is offset, and I noticed this signature looks very familiar, but it says James Spanky or Spinker, but I wasn't too sure. And then I saw this online, and it says Shakespeare's autograph on a book, and this is worth $5 million. I'm not even worried about that. This document's very important as far as maybe what it pertains. What we have here is a Merchant of Venice college outline study by Maud and Kingsley, which is written by William Shakespeare, I believe. Yeah. And when you take a look at this book, it's dated 1509. Alright, this right here, I printed off online, and when I started looking at the actual documents and books that I have, I thought this said Ludwig van Beethoven on it. This book has a play stage setup inside it, and I'm not really sure of the signature on here, but it's kind of hard to read. But what I can tell is, by comparing these 2 signatures and understanding that by looking like a forensic DNA analysis, like comparing handwriting, looping, details, just what makes this signature in comparison unique to this one. Well, there's a lot of things, and I mean a lot of things. This is unreal. And we'll pause the video here. I'm going to line this up. Alright guys, back at it here. I just want to do some close-ups here. This looping of this signature matches the pencil line, detail for detail, etching for edging, and down to the dot and the period. Now, I'm not saying it's a face mile, but I looked at it with a loop and it's penciled. And if you look, everything that goes off from this signature right here, well, it matches. And it's even offset a little bit, and I say that because right here, actually, you know what, I'm going to go through, there it is, this right here loops up, swoops in right there, and comes back down with the A. I just want you guys to be able to see that this lines up almost perfect. It's not quite the same size, but it's close. And if you look right here, you can see Shakespeare. So I thought that looked really cool, really familiar. I mean, just showing you guys how it loops up right there. What is missing right there is, oh, it's there, it's faded. And let's see if that loops down with a Y. Yes, it does. Loops down with a Y, loops down with a Y. So this signature is on this book. Okay, now this gets even better. Now I kept saying this had, due to the foxing and age, like it had invisible ink on it. Like it was a whole letter, but there's a letter within a letter. And when I lined these up, if you look at Mr. Shakespeare here, this signature is this, James. So was that his real name? I don't know. But what I do know is this signature is missing part. And if you look in the fading, see if I can zoom it in here. No, it's not going to let me. There we go. This signature is right here. You can see the C, how it curves up, and it loops up with the L right here, and the A, and there's the M for William. And if you look, man, there's an E and an S right there. So William was James. I'm gonna bet that's a pen name in Shakespeare, because whatever this guy says right here, look how the you see how the C connects right here and loops back up, and you got your P right here, right there, and you got your L shapes up right there, and the A is identical. Wow, that's crazy. These signatures are identical. And I'm focusing in on that part right there. The K is within the S. Shakespeare. The looping from the M right there. That is something. And that E, the way that funky E right there. And it loops down right there. That's crazy. So this, if this is real, this signature and this signature, what do I have here? And this is a signature on this, and this has a playwright, and if you look, I'm not sure the date on this, but it has a stage set up. I thought it was for orchestra. But he was a poet, and he knew it. There it is, right there. I really want you guys to see like one part of this book. Right here. Look at that. If you were making a play, think of stage and setup. That's crazy. These are actually handwritten notes. Or something. What does that say? Zoom in a little bit here. $12.84. Not sure exactly what that says, but it says a lot of things. This is the Webster's Notebook, and it says number 599. This thing's got some age to it. I'm not sure, it's been used a few times. It looks like he got good grades. You can definitely see that he got a 100%. It's a school book, 12th grade composition English. And I'm not sure. I'm going to try to compare this signature and see what we get here. I doubt if it is. Oh wow. Isn't that something? Oh boy. This Shakespeares schoolbook. This can't be real. There's no freaking way. It might be. Because all this stuff, I have a book. It's got blank pages in it. But that's not blank. It's got, the pages are brittle and it wants to crumble. But there's writing underneath. I show that in a separate video. I have another book. It says signature series, Building of the Ship by Henry Longfellow. And it says this is like 8 cents or 15 cents for the copy. And looks like it is signed and penned. I don't know how many he signed or if he did. It has sketches and doodles and drawings. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. I wonder if that's his name. I wonder if that's another pen name he had. Because that said Henry Thibault on that signature. And if it's just missing some ink. No, I'm not even going to say that. Just don't even look close. Oh shit, shoot, it might be the wise, yeah, maybe. This one I'm skeptical, but it doesn't matter. The other ones is the ones I'm curious about, because this one, like I said, is dated 1825, but it says $14.76. That's, the 1-4 is faded, but this also says July 2nd, 1776. So this thing's been around a lot. It's passed down through some hands. These letters have too. Here's some more original documents, and this one's dated 1835, and it has 2 signatures.